What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and today we have the update announcement for the next FEH update, and we also have REMIX and Refine for Legendary Corrin and Legendary Lilina. So Legendary Corrin has got Negating Fang 2 now. It's a 3 cooldown special, but with her weapon it's 2 cooldown, and she does get the increase in her damage reduction and damage reflection by 10%. So she has got 40% unpierceable damage reduction now, and she can also reflect back the damage. And if the opponent has any kind of brave effect or brave weapon, then she's going to be able to get -2 special cooldown count in the combat itself after the first hit. So this allows you to get the unpierceable damage reduction even against the brave hits, which is extremely unique. And this is going to be functioning a bit like T-Time Ira's Supreme Astra, where it is going to be immediately charged up for the brave attack. So overall I do like this remix because having this kind of unpierceable damage reduction is going to be good, and she gets Guard 4 as the remix skill. So it's a pretty decent skill. I would say that most of the time, like at max investment, Counter Roar 4 is going to be much better, but still getting Guard 4 as the remix kind of leads me to think that she's going to be having Shield Pulse in her weapon Refine, which is going to be pretty good. She could even have Buffer 4 built in her Refine because dragons can normally inherit those kinds of skills, so it is going to be unique if she ends up getting that, and she can pre-charge her Negating Fang that way, because previously she had to rely on Shield Pulse for pre-charging her special, and I do think that her Refine is going to be doing that for her, and that's why they have given her the Guard effect. She might also get the Tempo effect, which is going to be pretty nice with the special charges of her weapon, and it allows you to loop Negating Fang really good. So maybe that's why they gave Guard as a remix, but this is a really rare skill because only Goto has got the skill. So if you have multiple Legendary Female Corrin in your combat manuals, then you can make use of this. And then Legendary Lilina is going to be getting Gifted Magic 2. So this is her AoE special, which is a 2 cooldown special, but with her weapon it's a 1 cooldown special, and the damage multiplier of the AoE has been increased by 0.2%. So previously it was 0.8 and now it is 1. So it's not really as much as the Blazing specials with the 1.5 multiplier, but still it's a bit stronger now. And after the combat, if the unit special triggered, then she can give the Canto 1 status to herself and the allies in 3 rows or 3 columns centered on Lilina. So this is a pretty unique support that she can do, and this is going to be pretty nice in Arena where she's going to be used a lot as a fire legendary unit. And I hope that her weapon Refine can give her, maybe some kind of true damage, because that is going to be powering up her AoE special, and she could even get the visible buffs to her attack and resistance and pretty much have a bootleg alarm skill with this kind of remix. And her weapon already has Hardy Bearing built in, and I kind of wish that they give her Time Pulse 4 in her Refine because she right now only has Quicken Pulse. So if you face any kind of guard opponent, then it gets a bit annoying because you're not able to loop your AoE special. So having Time Pulse 4 would be perfect on Legendary Lilina. And then for her remix skill, she actually gets a pretty nice skill in Sabotage Attack Resistance 3. So they really don't want you to use Life and Death skill on Lilina, and you want to use Still Water. So this is pretty good because you can stack up her attack and resistance with Still Water in Slotty and Sacred Seal, and also debuff the enemy and inflict them with the Sabotage status. So it's a good way of supporting her allies. So this is a pretty nice lobby skill that she has gotten, and we're going to be getting her Refine and also some other Refines. So we do have young Minerva getting her Refine, and she was present in the Holo Forms. Fun fact, she's actually the fastest a unit has appeared in Holo Forms since their release. So young Minerva is going to be enjoying that weapon Refine, and I hope that they can give her some kind of flat damage reduction based on her defense, because I really would not mind her becoming like a free-to-play Spring Maria with that kind of flat damage reduction. Unfortunately, her Dragoon Shield has gotten a bit outdated at this point, even though it does have the Iod Shield built in and does give you the extra stats. So gonna be looking forward to her Refine. And Ferdinand von Ayer is also gonna be getting a Refine, and he's gonna be getting a Stout Hard Lance as his preferred weapon. So they could try and have his personal skill be in his weapon, which is Confidence in 3 houses. So maybe they could try and give him some kind of dodge damage reduction. And he does have Crest of Keyhole, so maybe he could get some kind of sweep effect. I would really like that, honestly, if he ends up having that. Or even if he's able to have some kind of flash status in his weapon, kind of like Wallheart, that would also be pretty nice. You could also get post-combat healing, similar to how you would get it if you equip him with Ochain Shield, which does benefit him because he has got the Crest of Keyhole. So that's something I'm expecting out of him. Maybe some kind of flash effect or sweep effect would be pretty good. And then we also have Kiria being the last Tokyo session unit to get a weapon refine, and this is possibly the last Tokyo session content in the game because we haven't really got any kind of banner in all of these years, and now Kiria is the final unit to get the refine. Her Mirage Rod basically has attack resistance rain built in, so maybe she could have the hold skill range with this weapon, and she's gonna be needing a bunch of defensive effects with this kind of stat spread, maybe guard effect, follow-up negation, all of that, so that she can function as a good bulky mage. She doesn't really have much of a speed, so guaranteed follow-up attack is something I'm expecting, and if she gets lucky, then maybe she gets dual phase Brave Tome. That would also be really amazing. And we also have Leila getting a weapon refine. So Leila used to be a really unique unit because of the swapping that she can do with her ally support, and she does have a fire sweep dagger. So the thing is that once we had the save skills in the game, she pretty much was not good anymore because save skills do block any kind of out of combat movement like drag back or knockback or even this kind of swapping, which Leila can do with her weapon. So I hope that they give her some kind of erosion built in her weapon, because erosion is this captain skill in Summoner Duels where it allows you to ignore the save skill of the enemies and it doesn't let them trigger. So if she can have that, that would be really good. And she already has the fire sweep dagger, so maybe she could have some kind of pre-combat damage before we get any kind of good counter to it. So I really hope they do something about her refine where she's able to still swap places even if, far save enemy is going to be present. Erosion is pretty much the way I kind of see it, but maybe they can do something else. And then finally we have got young Merric as the seasonal refine. So keep in mind that we're going to be getting to know his refine before he appears in the Holo Forms run this month. And young Sita has to take the refine gamble. We already know young Mart's weapon refine, and he wants to run the sweep skill, so maybe he could have some kind of damage reduction piercing. Pretty much having magical null follow-up would be pretty nice. They could even give him the tempo effect so that he can have both null follow-up and tempo at the same time while still running wind sweep. His preferred special does allow him to heal himself up and also his allies, so that's why a tempo skill would be pretty nice because triggering of special of Merric is pretty important. And those are all of the weapon refines for this month. Next month we should be getting a refine for Ashnard as the Grail unit, and then young Sita is going to be having her refine, and she is already going to be appearing in the Holo Forms. So Holo Forms this time around is going to be a bit of a refine gamble, and then we're going to be getting the remix and refine for Regan and Triandra. We could probably get some kind of break when it comes to the demote refines because there's a bit of gap between Ferdinand and Mustafa, because they're not going to be giving any kind of refine to the demote healers obviously. So maybe for a couple of months we're not going to be getting any kind of demote refine, and I kind of hope that they don't do that because I really want to see refine to Ileana because she just got a resplendent version. We also have some limited ephemera manuals, and honestly this time around it's not really all that great. We've got Neimi here who has got speed, resistance, bond 4, and the only reason why bond 4 skills can be run on many of the save tanks is because we don't really have the speed and resistance variant of the Unity skill. Most of the time Unity skills are going to be better, so I guess it could be useful if you're trying to run any kind of speedy far savior who wants to get the resistance. And she also has joint drive resistance, so that could also be another 300 SP slots skill that could help you in arena scoring. Honestly, not that impressive of a fodder, and same goes for Plegian Raphael. We just have a lot better weapons than Plegian Bow. Just recently we got Golden Yule Bow of Winter Claw. That is an amazing bow for the instant Deadeyes. So it's not really all that good, and he does have odd follow-up, which again pales in comparison to a lot of the tier 4 fighter skills. But I guess if he's your merch project, then this is going to be a free merch for you, and it's going to be saving you some orbs and feathers. We're also going to be getting Summer Donald, and his wooden tackle is a decent weapon. He also has attack defense form, so it could help you on the budget skills. And we also have a TA here who can provide you with attack defense gap 3 at 4-star, and she's also a popular merch project option. And Ferdinand is going to be appearing again here as a limited ephemera unit, and he does have reposition, so that's always useful. And Python can provide you with Moonbow, and then finally we have got Kagero who doesn't really give you any kind of good fodder. So this time's ephemera badge isn't really all that impressive, unless you really like Neimi and Plegian Raphael and you have them as your merge projects. And we're going to be getting the new Memento events as well, as per usual. And Aether Raids is going to be getting an update where Catapult is going to be upgradable to level 12, which is quite a lot. And this is definitely one of the better Aether Raid structures, both for offense and defense, because you get to destroy the structure or structures of the enemy. And then Aether Resort is going to be getting 2 new songs. The new Power song from Fire Emblem Fates, which plays on the final maps. Basically, it's a preparation theme. And also a song from Fire Emblem Engage called Sentimental Moment, so it does play in many of the support conversations. Summoner Duels is going to be having the max favor level to be 3900. Ninja Saizo and Fargus are also going to be getting added into the Grail shop, and they're going to be fixing the issue with the sprite of Hatari Azura whenever she's equipped with some accessories. Not really too sure what that's about. They didn't really give any kind of example. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the upcoming update. The remix and refine of Corrin and Lilina are definitely pretty amazing, and we're going to be getting this update next week, so let me know in the comments what do you think about this update. And if you enjoyed, then please be sure to leave a like and a comment, helps you tremendously. And if you really enjoyed, you could always support me directly by using super thanks down below or by becoming a YouTube member. And for more FEH videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because YouTube sub boxes are about as functional as Sabotage skill on a Life and Death Legendary Lilina. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.